All right, welcome. Today, we're going to take a word you use all the time, a really simple word, and we're going to put it under a microscope. And I promise you, by the end of this, you will never, ever look at this word the same way again.
So, this is the big question, right? Old. It's just 3 letters. We say it every day, we don't even think about it. But what actually happens when we stop and really look at it? Just how complicated can it be? Well, let's find out.
So, to start, let's do the obvious thing. Let's just look at what it means. And you know what? Right away, you realize this one little word is doing some serious heavy lifting. It's not just one idea, it's a bunch of them, all packed into one.
Okay, so here's the definition we all think of first. Old as the opposite of young. An old man, an old house, an old car. It's just about time passing. Pretty straightforward, right? We'll call this our baseline. But then you get this. Here, old isn't just a description anymore. It's a unit of measurement. It's part of a question. When you ask how old are you, you're not asking if someone is old. You're asking for a number. That's a totally different job for the exact same word. And here's a third, completely separate meaning. My old school isn't ancient. It's just my former school, my old job, my old phone number. This has nothing to do with age at all. It's about sequence, about what came before. So, boom, right there we already have 3 very different meanings.
So, okay, it's got a few meanings, big deal, right? But the complexity doesn't stop there. It's also woven right into the structure of the language itself. You know, how we actually say it and how we use it in different sentences. Just listen to how it sounds. If you're in the UK, it might sound more like old. But in the US, it's a cleaner old. It's a tiny difference, for sure, but it's real. And it's a great little reminder that even a word this basic isn't totally fixed. It changes depending on where you are.
And this is where it gets even weirder, grammatically. If you want to compare age, what do you say? My brother is older than me. That works perfectly. But you could also say, he's my elder brother. Elder. That implies something different, right? A kind of respect or rank, usually inside a family. You'd never say a building is elder than another. It's one of those hidden rules that adds a whole other layer. So we've got multiple meanings, different pronunciations, weird grammar. But while I was digging into this, I found this one little sentence almost hidden in plain sight. It's a clue that honestly changes everything and takes this whole exploration down a completely new path. There it is. Old is on the Basic English 850 list. Now, when I first saw that, I thought, what on earth does that mean? It sounds so official, so important. What is this list? And why is our word old on it? And that question right there, that's what pivots this whole thing. See, we started by looking at just one word, but this little clue, it points to something way, way bigger. It suggests that the word old isn't just a word. It's part of some kind of deliberate system. So let's answer the question. It turns out this tiny note unlocks this incredible story from linguistic history. It's all about simplicity, about clarity, and about trying to connect the entire world. This number, 850, this is the magic number. Forget the hundreds of thousands, maybe millions of words in the English language. This whole idea, it's built around just 850 carefully picked words. Here's the deal. Basic English is a super simplified version of the language. It was designed from the ground up to be incredibly easy for anyone, anywhere in the world, to learn. The point wasn't to replace English, but to create this amazing tool for simple, clear, global communication. And our word old was considered so fundamental that it made the cut. So that brings us to the big idea here. Why? Why go to all the trouble of making a list like this? Why does this kind of extreme simplicity matter on a global scale? Well, the answer really lies in just how universal a concept like old actually is. Look at this number, 79. According to the source material, that's how many different languages the dictionary entry for the word old has been translated into. I'm talking Arabic, Vietnamese, Swahili, Japanese, you name it. And that's really the point, isn't it? The idea of old is so basic to the human experience that it's just everywhere. So when you're trying to communicate across 79 different languages, 79 different cultures, having a simple, shared vocabulary, like that basic English list, suddenly becomes this incredibly powerful thing. So what's the big takeaway here? We started with a word we thought we knew, and we found all these hidden layers of depth and complexity. But then we discovered that its real power might just be its simplicity, the fact that it's on a list designed to strip language down to its absolute core, all to help connect people across the entire planet. And that kind of leaves us with one last question to think about. The people who created Basic English, they thought you could express almost anything that mattered with just those 850 words. So here's the question for you. What's the biggest, most complex, most important idea you know? And how could you explain it using only the simplest words? Just think about that for a second. Thanks for tuning in.